What it do, y'all? It's Coffee, man. It happened today. Well, we saw it yesterday, but it dropped today. Milk pulling back up at no jumper. It's just crazy. I personally never thought I'd see today. I'm intrigued to see how it goes with the fans. Milk was going in yesterday, man. Dude asked some, how do you say? Oh, I thought you said you never go back there. And Milk said, Milk told him, I thought you told your mama you'd amount to something in life. He was just on Gilligan Slayer mode in the comments, like he had no chill, no filter, just going all the way in. And there's so much about this I want to talk about, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this way as well, man. Like, I was surprised to find out that Big Flock, or as Point Shoe would call him, Fred Jala. He cracks me the fluck up when he says that. Man. Get to that in a minute. You know, they open up the podcast with that, but here they get into talking about their issues.
To the other stuff, right?
Okay, yeah.
We have to address your issues.
Okay.
Where did things go wrong, Milk? From your perspective, where did Adam cross the line? And then you will give your side of the story.
Okay.
It was the only reason something started, and it wasn't even really that. It was the CMAC interview after me, but that wasn't even so much of me. That was the people in the comments and the DMs and shit, like, oh, that's weird or whatever. And then, you know, they start sending me the like tweets of the old shit that was said, little jokes or whatever. So that kind of just, you know, that kind of is what started it, to be honest. It wasn't really nothing, nothing happened.
From my perspective.
So this was wild, right? You see some cats in the comments are saying, man, that Chris Tucker, Charlie Sheen movie, y'all know what it is. Money Talks. Y'all remember that Lil Zane joint too? I know some people probably laughing at the Lil Zane reference, right? But money stretched like a rubber band. Rep them grands up. Cats got beef with me. Go call your mans up. It was on the B side of that Ice Cube joint from Next Friday. That put your back into it, pause. It was on the B side of that. Lil Zane had some bangers, man. But anyways, it was kind of wild, man. Milk says there really wasn't no tension like that. It was more or less like my take. I'm feeling like Milk was saying, yeah, you know, he possibly was feeling some kind of way when he seen C-Mac pull up right there, right after him, right? And then his feelings kind of feeling like, this is interesting right after me, you know, because this is when C-Mac was really first blowing up in the blogosphere. Well, then the fans started going in the comments like, yo, you see this Milk? And they all started, you know, piling on in the comments, and it motivated, it amplified his emotions, I guess we could say. Now, what I'm surprised Milk didn't mention, and maybe they get into it later, Pino, right? No disrespect to Pino, but let's keep it real. Like, Pino's platform doing well now, grown in a major way. Pause. Like, you know, his numbers is up there now and everything. And there was some ish going around the blogosphere saying Pino had court today too. I don't know, man, how that court date went. Still got that case hanging. That's so wild, man. Think about that. To have that case, and you're coming up to this point of the podcast, or point in as your platform is really, you know, doing what it's doing, and then you got the case, and it seems like trial is closed. I don't know. That's wild. That's a whole another story. But y'all feel me? Like, to have to possibly go lay it down at this point in time. The way timing lines up sometimes, it's just something else. It's crazy, man. But who knows? I don't know. For all we know, he could beat the case. That's another story. But my point is I didn't hear Milk mention Pino, you know, because that did kind of look crazy. You got Crip Mac on, cmacdaloc or whatever. And like we said at that time, C-Mac is like killing it in the blogosphere. He's super viral. So it makes sense he's going to be over there at No Jumper. But then Pino was kind of, I don't want to say unknown, but I don't know, maybe even Pino would agree if he sees this, if he was surprised to get the No Jumper call at that point in time. Or maybe not, who knows. But I remember as a fan of Milk, it was like, damn, Crip Mac, then Pino, back to back right after Milk had him like, what in the fuck, you know? As we're going to roll another clip and close this video out, man, where you're going to hear the frenemy side of things. How I possibly at first thought it was more, or I wasn't quite exactly sure who they were talking about on the frenemy vibes, but it turns out, man, it's back on Fig and Trell, and you're gonna hear Adam talk his talk. Him, co-signing Milk, saying that Trell's a fraud and he ain't even really from the hood like that. He could only rep the hood because of Big Deal. And, he ties it into this whole CMAC thing, like Adam22 just shits on Trell and back on Fig with this clip we're going to close it out with. So we'll close the video out with that. I'm intrigued to hear everyone's thoughts in the comments. And also, man, you see a lot of individuals, I don't know if they get into talking about this or saying about, Milk going back to No Jumper with all the, wicked allegations against Adam22. You know what I'm saying? About him being like an offender and things of that nature. That there seems like there's some fans really upset about that. I want to know what y'all think. But Milk did reference them old tweets. So, Adam has addressed those weird ass tweets by, that was kind of comedy we were doing back then and everything, because that's the way Milk said it went. The CMAC thing, and the fans started hitting him in the comments, and then those tweets, and he was just like, this guy's a cold weirdo, man. But I don't know, everyone comment, sub up to the channel, stay tuned for more. Let's get into Adam talking his talk.
There's kind of like a pattern, though, that I've seen with you where you'll get cool with somebody and then within a certain period of time, you'll find a way to sort of like separate yourself and distance yourself from them and talk shit about them. No. And I'm not saying that you didn't have like real complaints about me, because I understand how it could have looked wacky for me to be having Crip Mac on right after you, given that he was, especially at that time, he's like the big bad anti-Hoover boogeyman that like people were really pissed off about. Like, it seemed pretty controversial for me at the time. Like, everybody think about Crip Mac like a big teddy bear now. Yeah. But like at that time, I really thought like, I'm interviewing a dude who has Hoover Killer on his head. This is not good. Like, I need to like make sure I keep my distance from this dude, because this dude really is gonna be a target. Yeah.
But who have I got along with and then not got along with?
Well, the Trell thing stands out, even though I totally endorse you.
Well, no, but me and him been kind of bump heads a little bit, and that's because people be coming after me low key. They be doing all type of weird shit. You feel me? That he don't want me around. He never wanted me around. The person that ain't the real gangbanger, or was never the real gangbanger, never wants to be around the person that was really in the streets. So it's like a lot of weird shit, and I can't be like biased and not say nothing and not react to it, but that was never my friend. I went and did an episode with him. I don't know him. I didn't know him on the streets. And I got a lot of other people that I deal with, that I still deal with. It's just certain stuff. I mean, Do
you remember how it happened that Crip Mac went on a live stream with Blasey and basically like dissed Trell and the Hoovers on the live stream, where previously Crip Mac was never on live stream, so it's like if he said some shit like that, we would edit it out. Yeah. But then he did that, and Trell immediately used it as leverage to get Crip Mac like banned from No Jumper, right? And banned him. I basically went along with it, but it's pretty funny when you think about it, because Trell being upset about Crip Mac's forehead tattoo is like me being upset at Crip Mac's forehead tattoo. Like, he's not really even that to be worried about that forehead tattoo, right?
Yeah, but when he first came out, though, it was like a problem on the internet. Right. Every comment was like, "Oh, y'all weak. How is he outside? And how is he still alive?" And crazy comments. But yeah,
why do you say that though? Wait, sorry. So okay.